Darling, you're there. Taste.
Mmm.
Good?
Mmm. I said you were the best grape grower in all of Burgundy.
You wouldn't be with you as encouragement. Have you seen your father?
Yes. The answer is still no. He says we can't think of being married until you stop being so stubborn.
I know what he means by that.
Philippe, Father may have a point. He believes you are wrong about Citizen Borner. And even you admit the taxes are too high.
Not as high as the anti-tax levy that Citizen Borner wants.
Father says that... Someone's coming out. Go. Father doesn't like me seeing you now. Later, Philippe.
Love is a beautiful thing, Poitiers. Your vines are heavy.
Ledru, you're on my land. I've told you before, you're not welcome here.
Then I won't waste my breath on pleasantries. Citizen Bornet's records show that you overlooked to pay your donation last week.
You mean tribute, and I'm not paying any more.
Then how are we to protect you from the tax grabbers in Paris?
What protection have you given me so far? You haven't saved me a sou, nor anyone else.
Is that your last word?
I won't waste breath either.
That, Madeleine. You see those three ladies with those three nice large hats? And there's the river and there's the bridge. There's a church there. We didn't see that, did we? Come in, come in.
Ah, hello there, Citizen Borner.
Ah, my dear friend Antoine Cadeau. Now go and show your papa your pretty new doll, Madeleine.
Yeah, that's Francois Grouveau's youngster, isn't it?
Yes, a delightful child. If only the grown-ups could retain the simple faith and innocence of childhood, the world would be a pleasanter place, Monsieur Cadeau.
Yeah. Well, I've been on the round of the vineyards, and there's this week's donations.
Thanks, Cadeau, thanks.
Something is troubling you, Citizen Borner?
Frankly, yes. I am not happy about the progress I have made on behalf of the grape growers. We are opposed to strong forces in Paris, Monsieur Cadeau. I should like to think that the growers realize this and make allowances.
Oh, but they do realize it, Citizen Borner.
It takes money to set up the machinery to fight a winning battle. Well, I know the great growers of Burgundy have been very generous, but I need more time.
You shall have it. Indeed you will, monsieur.
You are a man of ideals, Monsieur Cadeau. A valued and trusted friend in our cause.
Thank you.
Come in.
Oh, Philippe, what happened?
Yes, what happened, Monsieur Poitiers?
Perhaps you can tell me, Citizen Borner.
What do you mean, Philippe?
Monsieur Ledru visited me today regarding the payment of a tribute. I refused to pay. This was his way of trying to make me change my mind. But I've no intention of changing it. So you might as well call off your high executioner.
I don't know what all this means. What?
Nor I, my dear boy. Nobody is obliged to support our cause. Contributions are entirely voluntary. Everybody knows that. As for Ledru, I'm sure you're mistaken. He is a good man, entirely dedicated to our cause.
He carries his dedication too far.
If he is guilty of this outrage, he will be punished. This I promise. Pierre?
You look as if you'd fallen between the blades of a water wheel, my friend.
I warn you to keep away from me, Ledru.
Me? Why?
Where were you this afternoon, Pierre?
In there, doing the ledgers. You saw me there yourself, more than once.
So I did. My son, I feel for your pain and discomfort, but you are plainly mistaken about Monsieur Ledru.
I'm not mistaken.
Ah, Philippe, your face, it must be attended to. I take you home. Your Yosette will see to it.
I thought you didn't want your daughter to see me until I'd become less stubborn to your friends here.
I believe that Citizen Borner is doing a great work here.
Go on believing it.
Oh, come.
Thanks, I can manage without you.
quite bewildered over all this. I can only assume the young man is suffering from delusions. It must be the shock from the blow. No, it must have been a fall. What else?
A fall, of course.
Yeah, I will see that he apologizes.
More important is to see that his face is properly dressed. He is a fine young man, Monsieur Cadeau. He will make you a fine son-in-law.
Yes, at one time I thought so, but now...
Oh, go to him, Monsieur. Go and help him. If you don't, I will.
No, you leave it to me. I'll go.
Next time you're insubordinate could be your last, Pierre. Not that I have any objections to your using brutality, but while we are associated in these ventures, you will abstain from violence unless I order it. Is that clear? Good. So long as we understand each other.
Even though our harvest is a good one, we shall remain paupers if we continue to pay tribute to this Citizen Bonnet.
It seems that Citizen Bonnet is a very persuasive man. Do you know where he came from?
He doesn't talk of any one place. He mentioned several cities, Antwerp, Vienna, Budapest.
Where do Bonnet and his accomplice live now?
Bonnet has rented a cottage on the outskirts of Dijon. Ledru has a room at an inn called the Purple Pigeon.
The Purple Pigeon. All right, Philippe. You will return to Burgundy immediately. You will tell Monsieur Cadeau that you have changed your mind, that you're willing to cooperate with Citizen Bonnet.
I can't do that. You came to ask for the Count of Monte Cristo's help. Yes. Then trust him. Do exactly as he says. I shall return to Burgundy at once.
Good. And Philippe, do not show surprise at anything that may happen in the next few days. Godspeed.
Thank you, Monsieur le Comte.
Rico, make preparations for the two of us to leave for Dijon at daybreak. Now, Jacopo, you will remain here, but you will send these 3 letters to my agents, Vienna, Antwerp, and Budapest. And when the answers come, you'll bring them to me at the Purple Pigeon in Dijon.
Do you have a plan, Edmond?
Only that for the time being, we are going into the grape-growing business, my friends. From Philippe's description, that should be our friend, Ledru.
Good day, monsieur. Welcome to the Purple Pigeon.
You must be the innkeeper.
Jacques Dumont, at your service.
I am Basson, a grape grower of Toulouse. And this is my valet, Gaston. I want the best accommodation that money can buy. This should cover our keep.
You are very generous, monsieur.
Show Gaston to our quarters. I'll be up directly.
Oui, Monsieur Basson.
Of course. This way, monsieur.
I have a great thirst, my pretty one. Bring me something to quench it.
Yes, monsieur.
Ah. Here. Save these for your dowry. Believe me, if you don't have him, those tax grabbers in Paris will take him from me.
Thank you, monsieur.
Monsieur Basson?
Yes.
Forgive me for intruding. You're having tax troubles, hmm? I'm sorry, I couldn't help overhearing. May I sit down?
Please. I'm sorry if I paraded my grievances in public.
It's the only place to parade them. As it happens, I may be able to help you.
I'm past helping.
Oh, many have said that. Here in Burgundy, too.
Who are you, monsieur?
My name's Ledru, Pierre Ledru. Monsieur, did you ever hear of a man named Citizen Bonnet?
Should I have?
Well, being a vineyard owner, I'm surprised you don't know what this man's been doing for the grape growers of Burgundy.
My vineyards are in Toulouse, monsieur. A long way from Burgundy. Who is this man you speak of? A patron saint?
Many Burgundians think so.
I suppose you will tell me that he's getting their taxes cut.
When Citizen Bonnet's work is done, the local taxes will be practically non-existent.
This is fine for Burgundy. But my grapes are in Toulouse.
There are many in high political circles in Paris who are, shall we say, fond of Citizen Bonnet.
I've heard such tales before.
Perhaps, but it happens to be true. What harm can it do you to speak to him?
You have a point. What harm can he do?
Come in.
Forgive me, Citizen Bonnet. It's a matter of some importance. Citizen Bonnet, Monsieur Basson. Monsieur Basson owns vineyards in Toulouse. Many vineyards.
It is a pleasure, monsieur. Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Your friend has spoken to me in most glowing terms of the good work you're doing for the grape growers of Burgundy.
I'm afraid Pierre is inclined to be a little over-enthusiastic. My work here is only starting.
Exactly what work is it, Citizen Bonnet?
Well, the vineyard owners are being burdened with unduly heavy taxes. I mean to see that those taxes are lightened.
It's very admirable, but of course, it takes money.
Money doesn't interest me, my friend.
I am the owner of the largest and most prosperous vineyards in Toulouse. Yet I'm faced with bankruptcy because of outrageous taxes. Could you remove my taxes?
Well, it's not that simple.
I didn't think so.
But it can be done in time. I will guarantee that.
Time and money?
Yes, my friend.
All right. Prove it to me.
I believe I mentioned before that money does not interest me.
But it would help.
A necessary evil. But I only work for people who believe in our cause, for those who are oppressed.
Let's say I believe and I am oppressed. I'm staying at the Purple Pigeon. Let me know if you get results. Good day, Citizen Bonnet.
Oh, my fault, monsieur.
Monsieur.
This contribution will help our cause considerably, eh, Ledru?
You're right, Bonnet. In fact, one more contribution this size and we can afford to clear out.
To Paris, eh? But not to see the tax collectors.
A sort of hankering for Rome. Always liked dark-eyed women.
Well, we'll go to Rome. Why not? We'll go next week. Like the grape. The grape owners can only be squeezed until they're dry, eh, my friend?
Well, anyway, the first phase of the plan went well. Bonnet agreed to help me.
How long will it take to expose this man?
That's too soon to tell.
Wouldn't it be better to choke the truth out of him?
Now, let's not be impatient. If Bonnet and Ledru are guilty, we'll prove it in time.
But these men will stop at nothing.
Who can that be? What's happened?
We found him in the vineyard. He was stabbed in the back.
Here lies a man who was gentle in soul and spirit, a man who was beloved and respected by his friends and neighbors. But gentle as he was, there burned within him the fire of the idealist. He fought for a cause, and he died for a cause. But not one of us will rest until the murderers of this fine man have felt the blade of Madame Guillotine.
Citizen Bonnet, in the short while I've lived in Burgundy, I've come to look upon you as a great leader. I would like to have the opportunity to serve you.
How would you like to serve me, Monsieur Basson?
By taking Cadeau's place.
But you are not a Burgundian.
But I'm a grape grower. Our language is the same when it comes to taxes.
I am a man who listens to my soul, and it tells me that you can be trusted. We will try you, Monsieur Basson. It may well be a blessing that you came to Burgundy when you did.
It may very well be, Citizen Bonnet. Jacopo, my dear friend, we have been waiting for you. Did you bring the answers to those letters?
You rode straight through from Paris? You haven't slept?
It was worth it. Thank you, Jacopo. Bonnet and Ledru have quite a past. They've left a trail all over Europe. Always the same pattern. They go to a city or a district. They organize a group of people who consider they are being oppressed. They promise to help. They collect tribute until they've squeezed their victims dry and then disappear. Well, now we know what to do.
What do we do, Edmond?
We'll fight fire with fire. I hope I'm not intruding. The week's collections have been lucrative, Citizen Bonnet.
Why, so it seems. How did you come by all this money?
Let's say I'm a better salesman than Cadeau. I simply persuaded our friends to give more than usual.
It seems that we were right in appointing you as our collector.
And a very profitable decision.
For the grape growers, of course.
No, for you, Citizen Bonnet. Formerly known as Joseph Drux. Before that, as Wilhelm Zimmer. You handle your dagger very clumsily. Don't be disturbed, Citizen Bonnet. I don't intend to expose you.
Who are you?
A man who lives by his wits. But I feel you owe me something.
I don't understand.
When I arrived in Zurich to set up my operations, I discovered that you'd already been there ahead of me. So I moved on to Amsterdam to find out that the sheep had been shorn. So it happened in Vienna. You make it very difficult for me to survive. You see, I am interested in causes too. And I can be very persuasive.
What do you propose?
That you take on a new associate, me. We'll divide 3 ways.
I refuse.
Then I shall become your competitor. I'll persuade the growers to change their allegiance to me. You wouldn't be foolish enough to try that again, Monsieur Ledru. Well, gentlemen, do I operate alone or do we combine forces? The decision is yours.
It will take some thought.
How much thought?
24 hours, perhaps.
Not anymore. I'm inclined to be impatient lately. In the meantime, I'll go on collecting dues for the cause.
I don't like this. We've always worked alone.
We will again.
What do you mean?
Basson has the Burgundians behind him. Let him squeeze them dry for a few more days. At the proper time, we will liquidate Monsieur Basson and move on with the money.
Bonnie, I don't trust that man.
And what do you propose to do about it?
Philippe, I beg of you, do as the Count says. You asked him to help us, then let him.
I thought the Count of Monte Cristo was meant to be a clever man. Instead of that, he comes here masquerading as a Toulouse grape grower, playing a cat-and-mouse game with this assassin. Well, I'm not masquerading.
Where are you going?
I'm going to see Monte Cristo and demand immediate action.
You are a remarkable man, Monsieur Basson. If that is your name.
It is one among others. So the goose is down to its last golden egg.
What do you mean?
Well, the growers haven't much more to give. So I suggest we call them here for a meeting. We'll tell them that pressure has been brought to bear in Paris to put through measures to reduce taxation. But in order to achieve immediate results, our representatives need more money. This will be the last drop of all, Citizen Bonnet, before we take off.
Excellent.
I shall call the meeting for 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Ledru, I didn't know you were in the house.
I came in the back way. When I saw the Count of Monte Cristo's horse in front.
The Count of... You mean Basson's horse?
I mean the Count of Monte Cristo's horse. Because that's who this man is. I heard Philippe talking to Josette. Bonnie, that man has completely fooled us.
Fooled us.
The horses are
ready, Boney.
Good, good.
What about Monte Cristo and his men? They'll be here in 15 minutes, right on our
And
heels.
suppose I say that they stay here?
But what, after we've gone?
They won't know we've gone, not immediately, and 5 minutes afterwards they won't know anything at all.
I don't understand what you're getting at.
They will never leave here again, Ledru, because of this.
What is it?
A time bomb, a device of destruction that I would only use at a time of extreme emergency. This is one of the times. 10 minutes to 3. Monte Cristo is nothing if not punctual. I'll set the detonator for 2 minutes past 3. By then, we shall be well on our way. I'll leave this in the next room so that no one can hear the ticking. We'll burn these and get away.
You were about to burn your fingers. I'll have those papers.
I must admit, my dear Count, that you have a talent for deceiving people.
A mere novice compared to you, Citizen Bonnet. Now, those papers.
It'll be a pleasure to kill you, Monte Cristo.
Well done, Rico.
What's happened here?
Citizen Bonnet will explain.
I will explain only that you are a madman who tried to steal their money.
You're a liar, Bonnet. This is the Count of Monte Cristo.
You better talk, Bonnet. All right. There's no hurry. We can wait.
You know me? You trust me? This man is lying. Let me get out of here. I'll prove it to you. Well, let me get to the inn. There's proof in Ledru's room that I am right. I'll get it and prove it to you. There's a bomb in the next room. In less than a minute, it will explode and blow us all to pieces. Get it quickly.
Not until you talk.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty of defrauding the grape growers of their money. I'll make full restitution.
And you're responsible for Cadeau's death?
Yes, yes, yes. But let's get out of here before it explodes.
That bomb won't explode, Citizen Bonnet.
Why not?
Because Jacopo removed the detonator 5 minutes ago.
How can I thank you for all you've done for us?
By being a good husband to Josette, and by having a lot of sons to carry on the tradition of the Burgundian grape growers.
Thank you again.
You must go now.
Goodbye, Philippe. Watch him. He has a fiery temper.